Macaulay Culkin defended his friendship with Michael Jackson during a podcast that dropped this week, but Sharon Osbourne still has some issues with the age gap between the two. The actor appeared on Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You podcast for a 75-minute interview that was released on Tuesday, an interview which made headlines, including right here at TooFab, thanks to his comments about the king of pop. Jackson was 32 when he first connected with Culkin, who was 10 at the time. He reached out to me because a lot of things were happening, big and fast with me, and I think he identified with that, Culkin explained. At the end of the day, it's almost easy to say it was weird or whatever, but it wasn't because it made sense. At the end of the day, we were friends. I don't know, there's still something creepy about it, said Osbourne on Wednesday's episode of The Talk. Taking to a little 10-year-old, I relate to him. No. She made a concerned face as she spoke. I do think a 10-year-old, just a tad bit too young for moi, she added. Osbourne's comments actually closed the conversation, but earlier in the discussion, co-host Sarah Gilbert spoke about how she could relate to the situation. There's something different about growing up as a child star, because you're in an adult world, said the Roseanne star. I remember as a kid I became friend with Paul Reubens, who played Pee Wee Herman. He was so sweet to me and was a fan, and I was a fan of his, and I think there's a connection because you've been working in an adult world. You're not an adult, but it's a little different than somebody who's not in that kind of career, she continued. Throughout the years, we just recently reached out to each other, got back in touch, and he was so sweet and supportive. I cherished knowing that he's been in my life from before. Cheryl Underwood also wondered if it made it more okay, since both Jackson and Reubens had a childlike quality to them. She added, with these two people, they had this childlike thing, so it didn't make it creepy. Speaking more to Rosenbaum during the podcast, Culkin said the only reason people thought there was something odd about their friendship was because Jackson was the most famous person in the world. As for the age gap, he added, I was a peerless person. Nobody else in my Catholic school had even this much idea of what I was going through, and he was the kind of person who'd been through the exact same frickin' thing and wanted to make sure I wasn't alone.